Hello, hello, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Functional Fitness A class. So if any of you are new to this, the equipment you'll need is very little equipment, and it doesn't matter if you don't have any. So let me put the camera down a little bit. It's very sophisticated, this. It's balancing on my mantelpiece, so that's why it seems like there's been an earthquake every now and again. What you'll need is a chair without arms, an exercise band, if you have one. If you haven't got one, it doesn't matter. And if you like, either lightweight or a couple of tins. I've got tomatoes here. Other vegetables and tins are available. So I'm just going to put these out of the way for a moment. The class is suitable for all levels, so what you do is you do it at your own capability. So if you're not very fit, just tone it down a bit. We do a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then we do some stretching. Hang on, I've just got to go. There's somebody delivering a parcel. I do apologise. Sorry. The dog. Hey, come on, upstairs. The dogs no doubt kept you entertained. I do apologise for that. It's a huge box, and I only ordered printer ink, but then I realised it's for my daughter. Anyway, where was I? Yes. We'll do 12 repetitions, 12 reps of each exercise. If you can't do 12, just do what you can. And if you only do one, it doesn't matter. It gives you something to aim for. If you can do all 12, then that's great. I don't think there's anything else that I need to tell you because there's been enough interruptions already. So again, apologies for the interruption. In these days of deliveries, I suppose it's inevitable. So we're going to start just by walking nice and gently on the spot. So nice and gently. Your feet hardly come up off the floor at all. And if you can, if you've been with me a while, if you can, do it on your toes. It's good for balance, doing stuff on your toes. It's good for your ankles. It's good for your calves. So it's quite nice just to have a nice bit of toe work. If you can't, just do it on your feet any way you can. Do it on your feet. What would you be doing it on? Your head? Anyway, never mind. 3, I'm a bit discombobulated by that. 2, 1. I've got one dog there and the other dog at the top of the stairs. Right, so what we're going to do, mind out the way, little Bobby. I'm just going to put this down so as you can see my feet. I'm trying to avoid the earthquake. Not very successfully. One day I'll have state-of-the-art technology and I won't have to do any of that. So we're just going to, mind out the way, Bob. We're just going to start by doing, that's my daughter's dog, by the way. We're going to do heel digs like this. And at the same time, anchor your elbow, and you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. So your elbows are anchored. It's quite difficult to say that. And it's only your forearm that moves. And at the same time, you are doing a heel dig. 3, 2, 1. Right, just let me move that. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to take a step to the side. Have your hands, prayer hands here, and as your leg goes out, push the air away. You're pushing the air away with your hands. As the leg goes out. Try and remember the headlights on your knees. So keep your knees pointing forward. Sometimes there's a tendency for them to drift in. Try and keep them pointing forward. 3, 2, 1. Next one, we're just going to take a step back. I would move the camera a little bit more, but I'm frightened that I cause another earthquake. So just take a step back, and at the same time, arms go out. And when you're putting your arms out, as your arms come out, spread your fingers. As your arms go back in, clench your fists. So that's where we were. And make sure you're stepping back rather than stepping forward. Some people do it this way, think they're doing it correctly. And remember those headlights, particularly on this one, there's a tendency for knees to drift in. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Last one is just a toe tap. Nice toe tap with an arm swing on the opposite arm. Nice and relaxed. 3, 2, 1. I did say before that we start with a warm-up, and I should probably have said this is the warm-up and this is still the warm-up. I'll tell you when we're going into the main body of the exercise. Now we're going to take those 4 movements that we did and put them all together. So we're going to start with a heel dig, and then out to the side, and then back, and then a toe tap. I am going to put this down just slightly so that you can see my feet. Right. Hope there's not an earthquake. Now you can't see my head. I was going to say if there's an earthquake, get under your desks. Right, let's try that. Look at that, the whole of me. So, heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, just nice and slowly to begin with. Side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Now we're going to keep doing it. I'm just going to get slightly faster. Toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. You're managing to keep up. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig. This is good for your brain. Coordination, toe tap. Faster still. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, back, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, are you feeling nice and warmed up? I like those, that sequence, as you probably guessed, because I do it all the time, because it does actually do quite a lot of things in one go. It warms your muscles, it mobilizes your joints, it looks after your balance, it makes you think. So we're going to go into the main body of the exercise now. And the first exercise we're going to do is the one where we do the knee extension. So I'm going to let you sit down, and you need to sit. When you're sitting down, don't use the back to support yourself. Use your own muscles to support yourself. And you're sitting just sort of comfortably in the chair, not right at the back, so that your knees can be at 90 degrees and your ankles are under your knees. Sitting up nice and straight, and you're just going to lift one lower leg. Your thigh doesn't come up, it's just your lower leg. And you straighten your leg, which doesn't mean parallel to the floor. So your leg will be pointing down. So you're just going to lift the leg till it's straight with the toe pulled back, hold it there for a few seconds, and then gently place it down. Don't kick it up and don't let gravity plonk it down. You are in control of your muscles the whole time. So we're going to do 12 of those. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's quite a difficult one, this. 5, 6, 7. Because I'm sitting side on just to show you. You can sit facing the screen. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I find that quite challenging, actually. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we are. Right. We're going to follow that, and it is a bit unfair because we have been using our thigh muscles, but we're going to follow that by a squat. Now, a squat is sitting down without the chair. It's not your knees coming forward. It's bending at the bottom. Keeping your torso doesn't move, so it doesn't do this. It's only your hips and your knees. Well, it's only really your hips that move. Your knees move because your hips are moving, but it's a downward motion like that. Now, and you're got the headlights on your knees again, so they don't do that. They stay that way. Now, if you can't do a freestanding squat, and I'd rather you did a smaller squat but with better technique than attempt a freestanding squat with bad technique. You can hold on to the chair, stick your bottom out as if you're going to sit down, and then just go down a little bit until your thighs and your glutes are taking the strain of the weight of your body. You've still got eyes in your chest that are looking forward. You're not looking at the floor, you're looking forward. Okay? So it's either holding on and just going down a little bit, or you could hold on and go down more, as long as your technique is good. Or you do a freestanding squat and you go down you need only go down there, or you can go right down. It's entirely up to you. And we're going to do 12. If you can't do 12, that's absolutely fine. What you could try as well in your spare time is to see if you can stand up from the chair with good technique. You can do that now if you want instead. It takes quite a lot of strength because you are actually sort of squatting already, and it takes quite a lot of strength to go up and down without plonking down. It's entirely up to you if you want to do it that way. So, 12 squats. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Remember, go at your own capability. 4, 5. You need strong thigh muscles. 6, and bum muscles. 7, for everyday activities. 8, going up and down stairs. 9, getting in and out the bath. 10, 11, 12. I saw somebody on television, I can't remember where, the other day. I'm going to put this up just a tad, saying how they'd had to get rid of their bath because they could no longer get in and out of it, and how they really missed it. And I would hate not to be able to have a bath, so it's really important to have strong thighs if you enjoy a bath. Right, next one. We'll give the legs a bit of a rest. We're going to do boxing. So you adopt a stance, so feet at least hip width apart, maybe a bit wider. Hands here, so you're like that. You're bending forward a bit, and you straight out in front of you, your arms. So straight out in front. You're not going up, you're not going down, you're not doing that. It's a deliberate move in and out. Okay, and we're going to do them in bouts of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds, have a slight rest, and then for another 30 seconds. Okay, so adopt a position, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Really give it some welly without damaging yourself. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Good stuff. We'll just have a slight rest, and then we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Ooh, my arms are getting tired now, particularly my left arm. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Woo! Puffs you out quite a bit, that, doesn't it? Next, what we're going to do is, for me, the dreaded side bend. So, again, feet hip width apart at least. I find this a bit easier if my feet are a bit wider apart. I'm just going to go down to the side. See if you can go down to your knee. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Just go where you can go. And if you're going to put your hand above your head, and you don't have to, keep it straight so that you're actually using the muscles in your arm and it's not just hanging there inert. Okay, so, and you're just going to the side. You don't go forward or back, just to the side. 1. This one always makes me grunt and groan. 2. But it's very good for your core. 3. 4. As we're doing it more, see if you can go down a little bit further. Was that 5? I think it was. 6. 7. 8. Oh, I'm going croaky. 9. 10. 11. One more on this side. 12. Other side. Oh. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10, 11, and one more, 12. Whew, well done. What are we doing? Oh, the arms one. I like this one. You can get your tins or your weights if you want. It's up to you. You don't have to. And we're going to do three different arm exercises. We're going to do 12 of each. So the first one is very easy. You just put one hand above your head and the other one comes out to the side. Okay, if you can't get your hand up by your ear, then just do what you can. If it only goes to there. Some people, particularly if they've had a frozen shoulder or haven't used their arms a lot. No, I didn't do that mobility one, did I? If you haven't used your shoulder for a while, then you may find you have limited mobility. So just do the best you can. If you want to hold the weights, you can. If you want to do them without, you can. You might want to do weights for 6 of the reps and then weightless for the other 6. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to go. 1, don't use momentum. Don't flail your arms. You lift and you place down. 2, 3. This is great for your posture. 4. It's impossible to do this with a round back. It makes you straighten your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is my counting gone a bit awry again? 10, 11. Your arms are straight when you're doing this. 12. I hope I did that right. Right, I'm going to kneel down to do this one. You do not need to kneel down. I'm doing this so as you can see my arms above my head. You can stay standing. Right, so you're standing with your hands by your sides, your tins are touching, or your palms are touching your thighs. You're going to rotate your hands or your arms so that the tins or your palms are now facing outwards. You're going to bring them up slowly above your head and touch them. And then you're going to rotate them again so they're facing outwards again. And they're going to come down so you're in the starting position. We're going to do 12 of those. And the rotation is important because it's exercising those little muscles in a gentle way, those little muscles inside the shoulder. So, rotating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and one more. 12. Well done. Ooh. Right. And the last one, and now some people find this one difficult with the tins, so again, it's up to you whether you use them or not. So your elbows are at 90 degrees. Your arms are out from your body, so you're like this. Stick them up. Feet hip width apart, give you good balance. And you're just going to bring them in front of you and touch the cans together, or touch your palms together if you're not using the tins. If you can't get your arms together, it's fine. bring them to where they will go without straining. And we're going to do 12. So 1, 2, so you can get your elbows together. 3, 4, 5. Just check that your upper arm is straight out from the body. 6, 7. I find this one quite challenging. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. So those are good 3 arm exercises, they do you well. Let me just move this table. This table shouldn't be in sight because it's got all my gubbins on it. Right, we're going to do balance. So this is the one where we're going to take, starting with your right leg, we're going to take 3 steps, and then your left leg comes up. And then if you can, only if you're confident at walking backwards, you start with the up leg and you go back 3 steps and you bring the right leg up. If you are not confident walking backwards at this point, just turn round and then start with the left leg. Okay, so we're going to do, we'll do 6 backwards and forwards and 6 to the side. Okay, so starting with your right leg, 1, 2, 3. I find this incredibly difficult to count these ones. And then back, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. That's 2. Woo! 3. Woo! Bit wobbly on my left leg today. 4. 5. 6. Now we're going to do it sideways. So starting again with your right leg, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, up, and then back, 2, 3, up. Whew. It's just a different way of 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa, more difficult this way, isn't it? Concentrate, Rosemary. I don't know if that's 3 or 4 we've done. We'll call it 3. We'll do 3 more. That's 4. Oh. 5. Last one. 6. This leg is, my left leg is twinging a bit for some reason. I don't know why. Right, we need the bands now. If you don't have a band, it doesn't matter. So, going to have you band in one hand and you stand on it so as it's anchored well. And you have enough pressure on that. You anchor your elbow into your waist and you have enough pressure on the band so that when it's at 45 degrees, you actually have to concentrate to keep it there. You have to engage your bicep muscle to keep it there. And then we're just closing your elbow. Your elbow here doesn't leave your side. So that's 1, and then down to 45 degrees. Don't let it go right down. So there's always tension on the muscle. 2, 3. You can do this with weights as well, of course. 4, or your tins. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the other side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yes, if you can, like and subscribe. 6, 7, 8. Woo. Sort of slacken the tension a bit. 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. You need the chair. If you get behind your chair, and we're going to rock the boat this time. We're not just going to be doing that all the time. We're going to do alternate sides. Just gives it a bit of oomph. So what's going to happen is one leg is just going to go out to the side. If it was your arm, it would just be going straight up. And then you're going to bring it down, and you're going to do the same with the other one. And we're going to alternate that 12 times on each side, if I can get my counting right. Okay, and remember, don't kick your leg up, and don't let gravity flop it down. You lift it and you place it down. Okay, ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting's going well so far. 5, 6. I spoke too soon. 7, 8. Oh, this is quite hard, this. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that was quite hard, that. I think I messed up the counting again, didn't I? Right, seated row. I'll let you sit down after that, just because I'm really nice. So you sit down on the chair, but at the front of the chair, as far front as you can go without falling off or tipping the chair. Your legs are out in front of you with your toes pulled back. The band goes over your feet, hopefully in your instep, so as it doesn't ping back and hit you in the face. If you've not got a lot, if you're holding it here, walk your hands down so that you've got quite a lot of tension on the band, and then sit up straight. So there's a lot of tension there. Okay, and what we're going to do is just pull back, try and squidge your shoulder blades together. I'm going to show you how your arms go though, because I've seen people doing this and they're lifting their arms, or your heels stay on the ground the whole time. Your feet do not move. The only thing that moves in this exercise is your arms. Don't rock your body. It's only your arms, and they are just going to go. They're just skimming the tops of your thighs, and your elbows go right back. And squidge your shoulder blades together and down. 1. Place your arms down as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. Last one before we go into the high intensity. Don't let that scare you if you're new to this. Is we're going to do another 12 squats. It's so important that your legs and thighs, your thighs and your bum are strong. Your homework is to do 6 squats every day if you can. You can do more than 6, but minimum of 6 every day, unless you haven't been able to manage all of them. Just do, if you're under 6, just do what level you're at, but try and do some squats every day. Ready? And off we go. 1, I'll go sideways so as you can see the position. 2, looking up, chest forward. 3, whoops, 4, that's why my weight's in my heels, that's why I fell backwards. 5, pushing down with your heels. 6, whoops. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. Right, we're going to end the session before we go into the stretching with the usual high intensity interval training. It's only for, well, a minute in all. So it's 20 seconds, rest for 40, 20, rest for 40, 20, rest for 40, and then we'll do the stretches. And what we're going to do is running very, very quickly on the spot. Okay, don't hunch your shoulders, and your hands don't need to go like that. Just do what feels natural with your arms, but your feet, they hardly come off the floor, just tiny little steps. If you've got any problems with your heart, if you feel a bit scared of doing this, then don't do them. If you get any chest pain, stop immediately. If you get breathless beyond normal breathlessness when you're exercising, stop immediately. If you can't do all 3, absolutely fine, but just give it a shot and see what happens. Very good for you, this. Trust me, I'm a personal trainer. I forgot what I was then for a moment. Right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Tiny, tiny little steps, fast as you can. 17, 18, 19, 20, stop. Stop when I say 20. Very good. And we'll have a 40-second break. Like I was saying before, if you haven't already, if you could subscribe to my channel, I'd be very, very grateful. And if you like this class, it'd be nice if you hit the like button. There are some links to the Buy Me a Coffee and the Over 50 Fitness Facebook page underneath the video. Now, some people say, well, they can't find it. If you're doing it on a phone, if you look at where it says Functional Fitness A class, there's a little, what's it called? I don't know, little arrowhead. If you click on that, it brings up the comments. It brings up the link as well. I don't know what it's like on a laptop or Apple phone or anything, but that's what it's like on my Android phone. Going again, 3, 2, 1, off you go. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. I think you had slightly longer than 40 minutes then, actually. So that was nice of me. I wish I could claim it's just because I was chattering, but not this time. Going again in 10 seconds. I've suddenly had a worry that I didn't stop you before. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Nearly there, keep it up. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Yes, as I said, on the comments section underneath, if you click that little arrow, it pops up. There's the link to buy me a coffee. So if you've enjoyed this and you want to show your appreciation, you could buy me a coffee. And if you want to get in touch with me, or if you want to know more about fitness, my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page link is there, and that's always a good way to get hold of me. And there's lots of information on there if you just search around. Unfortunately, on that group, there's not a files section, so I can't keep everything in files there. But there is a media or a photo section. There's quite a lot of stuff there as well. Anyway, without further ado, we shall get on to the stretching. You need the chair, and as usual, we're going to start with the calf stretch. So your front knees bent, your back knees straight, your heels are up, both heels are on the ground, and you're leaning forward, and you feel the stretch behind your calf, upper calf, almost behind your knee. And then very gently bend your back knee, put a little bit of weight on it, and you'll feel the stretch moving down into your lower calf muscle and your Achilles. Okay, and switch legs. Just check that both feet are pointing in the same direction. Obviously, the more you lean forward, the stronger the stretch. And then gently bend your back knee, just very gently. Just feel the heel coming off the ground and just move into it. Okay, and now we're going to stretch the quadriceps, the muscles at the front of your thigh. If you want to, I mean, the traditional static way is holding your foot or your ankle and standing with your knees together. You can either use it as a balancing practice as well or hold on. But if you can't, I realize quite a lot of people can't do that. And I think it puts a bit of strain on your knees. You can put your hands behind your back and just try and kick your hand with your heel. And this is the one I'm going to do. If you are doing the static stretch, I'll tell you when to swap legs. But the rest of us can be doing this. It doesn't matter if your heels don't touch your hand. It's just the act of bending your knee, and it stretches this muscle. And also it uses your hamstring. Okay, if you're doing the static stretch, swap legs. This one keeps you active as well. Plus it's a wee bit of balancing, isn't it? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Next one, we're sitting down. We're going to stretch the hamstrings, the big muscles on the back of our legs. Again, sitting forward for this at the front of the chair. Knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. Just check you've got nice posture. Just touch your hands above your head. And then put one leg out in front, toe pulled back. Sitting up nice and straight, you're going to lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Almost as if you've got eyes in your chest looking forward, rather than sort of collapsing down onto your leg. And you just go as far as you can. It's entirely up to you. It should be challenging, but not painful. And then sitting up, and on the other, do it on the other leg, sitting up nice and straight, forward from the hips, not from the waist. Try and keep your toe pulled back. That increases the ouch factor. And then sitting up. And the last one of our leg stretches, is if you sit sideways on the chair. I'm just moving the chair around so as you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to. Sideways on the chair, but at the front, so there's not any chair there really. And then one leg comes out behind, sitting up nice and straight. If you feel insecure, hold on to the back of the chair, and this leg goes out straight as you can. Doesn't matter if you can only get it to there, as long as you've got a bit of a stretch here. It's a difficult area of the body to stretch, because really what we're trying to stretch are the hip flexors and things inside the hip, but it's quite difficult to do that. But this is quite a good one. I did this with somebody the other day who said, oh, I really like that. So and then switching round, do it on the same on the other side. And then standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, feet hip width apart, and then we're going round the tree. So your arms are round like that, but at shoulder height, and then dip your head so that it's almost as if you're trying to get your shoulder blades apart. And then, if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, put your hands on the top of your pelvis. I don't know if that's the top of your pelvis or not. And try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your arms up, just so as you get a stretch across your chest. And then finally, we've gone from the bottom, our sort of Achilles tendon, right up to our head now, sitting nice and comfortably in the chair, using your own back to support yourself, not the back of the chair. Dip your head, look at the floor, and then take your hand and put it on your crown, but don't push. Just let the weight of your hand gently push your head. And then turn your head as far as you can to the left. Now make sure your shoulders don't move, just your head. Take your right hand, put it on the right hand side of your face, and then try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand. So you've got tension in your neck, you've got a bit of a battle going on. And then relax totally, and you can turn your head a little bit more to the left. Just keep it there for a couple of seconds. And then slowly bring it back to the center. And then do the same on the other side, to the right. Put your left hand on the left hand side of your face. And then try and turn your head back to the center. And have that battle going on. And then relax and see if you can turn your head a little bit more to the right. And then bring your head back to the center. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining me today, all 7 of you. And thank you for liking it. And if you want to subscribe, I shan't be cross. And I'll see you next Wednesday for Functional Fitness B. Okay, bye.